cracked frozen lake. This is one of my favourite basing schemes, and when you spread it across a whole army, I think it makes for a really striking look. People might not remember every single miniature you've painted, but they'll remember the army with the ice bases. And they're actually surprisingly simple to make. So give me less than 4 minutes of your time and I'll show you exactly how I do it. Put the kettle on, grab your paints, welcome to Tea Time Tabletop. So starting from a white base, we're going to glob on a Grelin Earth, which is a texture paint that cracks when it dries. The mistake I made the first time I used this product was not putting a thick enough layer on and then only getting tiny cracks. So really go ham with it, put on a thick layer of this stuff, move it around a bit so it's not perfectly smooth, and we can get some deeper cracks in there as well. Now we could just leave it to dry, but that'll take a few hours. So alternatively, you can take a hairdryer to it and it'll be ready in a couple of minutes. So at this point, we're literally just watching paint dry, so perhaps we should speed it up a bit. Oh, and an important tip to note here, if you are going to use your wife's fancy GHD hairdryer for this, do be careful, try not to get paint on it. Okay, and when we're done, we've got this nice crackle texture with the white showing through from below. And then we're just going to take a white paint and paint all across this texture again, so the whole base will be white. It might take 2 coats depending on the coverage of the white paint you're using. Okay, now this is the part where the magic happens. Contrast Pilar Glacier. So we take a nice big brush and apply this generously across the whole base. It'll give you a nice rich blue in the cracks, but leave the top surfaces just tinted slightly blue. And this starts to give us that effect of the cracked ice with the water beneath. Then following that, we go back with a fairly gentle dry brush of white, focusing more on the edges. Okay, so now I'm going to add some grass tufts. These ones are beige from Gamer's Grass. They're not to represent grass so much as maybe reeds or rushes poking up from the lake that have sort of frozen and died in the winter. Alright, so once we're happy with our tufts, we're going to add some snow to the bases. So I'm using Citadel's Valhalla Blizzard, and I'm concentrating more on the edges of the base, leaving the center with those nice cracks relatively clear of snow. And I'm making sure to get some decent bits of snow into those tufts so it looks like there's been a relatively recent snowfall. I think that adds to the effect quite a lot. So here we go. All that remains now is to paint the base rim in a fitting colour. I've used black, but you can use whatever colour you think best fits your model. So I hope that gives you some ideas for how to approach your snow and ice bases. Thanks for watching, see you next time.